All right. All right, so we're on the record in docket 25-01089. That is people of the state of Michigan versus Peter Ding Majok. Will the parties please introduce themselves for the record? Mrs. L.
Thank you, Your Honor. Gabrielle Zell, Assistant Prosecutor for the people.
Mr. Harris.
Assistant Public Defender James Harries, here on behalf of Mr. Ding Majok. Well, here on behalf of assigned counsel Georgia Need for Mr. Ding Majok, who is standing to my right, Your Honor.
And sir, you are Peter Ding Majok. Is that
Yes,
correct? Okay, thank you. This is the time set for a final pretrial in the matter. Mrs. L, how are we proceeding?
Your Honor, at this time, the people and the defense are still working through some negotiations here. As we put on the record last time, the sobriety court option was revoked by us. We are no longer offering sobriety court in this case, as there is a new file coming through. That new file has been charged and filed with the court. Looks like it's sitting, waiting to be sworn to potentially. I'm going to get on that this afternoon to see if we can't get that pushed through. However, at this time, we think the best move would be to set this for a jury trial and go ahead and work on negotiations in the meantime.
All right.
That is my understanding as well, Your Honor, from the notes I was provided by Mr. Need. I have spoken with Mr. Ding Majok this morning about getting that set for a jury trial, so we would simply be requesting a jury trial date while the parties try and work out if there's going to be some other resolution with the new file.
What's the jury trial date for today?
August 26th.
Okay. So we'll set it for August 26th at 8 o'clock. Of course, we've already got some trials set on that date, but that'll build in some time for this, for us to address this case. So we'll set it for August 26th at 8 o'clock. That'll be live in person on the 6th floor of City Hall of Lansing. Anything else for the record in 25-01089, Mrs. L?
Just that there will be another offer extended in this file. We do expect to extend that after this.
All right, and Mr. Harris.
Nothing from the defense, Your Honor.
All right, you should be all set. Mr. Ding Majok, we'll see you on August 26th.
thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you. If you want to go, you tell me. We have some people on Zoom.
We sure do. Let's go ahead and get them off of Zoom. If we could go on the
Jolie Adelat.
Yeah.
That's, we're gonna ask for pronunciation. And Mr. Harris, that's your client.
Well, it's Mr. Need's client, but I'm covering for Mr. Need.
All right. So we're on the record in docket 24-00919. That is people of the state of Michigan versus Jolie Adelat. Will the parties please introduce themselves for the record, Mrs. L?
Thank you, Your Honor. Gabrielle Zell, Assistant Prosecutor for the people.
Mr. Harris.
Assistant Public Defender James Harries, standing in for assigned counsel Georgia Need on behalf of Ms. Adelat, and who is appearing via Zoom, Your Honor.
And ma'am, you are Jolie Adelat, is that correct?
Correct.
All right, you can hear me all right, Ms. Adelat?
I can.
Thank you. This is the time set for a pre-trial on a dog license matter. Ms. Zell, how are we proceeding?
Your Honor, it's my understanding that Ms. Adelat did try to get the dog license, but realized that the vaccination is also necessary. It's my understanding she's trying to go to the vaccination clinic that's happening on the 20th of this month. So we would ask for this to be set for a final pre-trial, potentially on the 26th if there's space, so that we can get that taken care of.
That is correct, Your Honor. The notes I received from Mr. Need indicated as such that when she tried to get the dog license, there was an issue with working out with her finances when she realized she needed to get the vaccine done as well. She realized that if she went with the vaccination clinic, then she could get the vaccines done and would only necessarily need to pay for the license. So we're just asking for a final pretrial date to be set at the court's convenience after that 8/20 date.
All right, so we'll set for final pre-trial post August 20th.
August 26th at 8:30.
August 26th at 8:30. So Ms. Adelat, we've set this post the vaccine clinic for August 26th at 8:30. All right, ma'am?
Thank you very much.
All right, anything else for the record in 24-00919, Ms. Zell,
Not for the people.
Mr. Harris.
Not from the defense, Your
All
Honor.
right, you're all set, Ms. Adela. Thank you for your appearance today.
Thank you.
And I think we're ready on Jordan Kiss.
That's Miss Kiss.
It's a Miss Kiss.
Yes.
I have set for just a pretrial,
Yes.
Yes, Your Honor.
and there's a PA 53 violation.
Yes, we can, the
All right.
parties can address that, Your Honor.
All right, so we're on the record in docket 25-02291. That is people of the state of Michigan versus Jordan Kiss. Appearances for the record, Mrs. Zell.
Thank you, Your Honor. Gabrielle Izell, Assistant Prosecutor for the people.
Mr. Harris.
Assistant Public Defender James Harris here on behalf of Jordan Kiss, who is appearing via Zoom, Your Honor.
And ma'am, you are Jordan Kiss, is that correct?
That's correct, Your Honor.
Right, you can hear me all right, Ms. Kiss?
Yes.
All right, thank you. This is the time set for a pretrial in the matter. Mrs. Zell, how are we proceeding?
Your Honor, it's my understanding that we're going to be asking for this to be set for a final pretrial. We would ask that the PA 53 be set with that as well.
That is my understanding as well, Your Honor. I've spoken with my client, I've spoken with the prosecutor, and at this point, we would be requesting a final pretrial date be set and for the PA 53 to be handled on that same day, Your Honor.
All right, so we'll set for final pretrial on September 9th at 8:30. That'll be live on the 6th floor of City Hall of Lansing. And we'll set the PA 53 violation for that same date on September 9th at 8:30. All right. Anything else for the record? So we've set it for some final pretrial. That'll be live in person on the 6th floor of City Hall of Lansing. And we'll set that for September 9th at 8:30. And then we'll set the PA 53 violation for September 9th at 8:30. And that would be a different subpoena. That would be Officer Graham.
I believe so.
Okay. All right. With that understanding, anything else for the record in docket 25-02291 concerning the PA 53 violation or the final pretrial for the DV, Mrs. L.
Not for the people.
Mr. Harris.
Not from defense, Your Honor.
All right. Ms. Kiss, you'll be back here on September 9th. That'll be live in person on the 6th floor of City Hall of Lansing. All right, ma'am?
Thank you so much.
Thank you. So it'll be that the officer on the PA 53 violation.
Mhm. I think PA 53 might be the only thing we move forward on next week.
I agree. That's why we want to make sure we, yeah,
Your Honor,
it's
by,
that they count them both together. So, yeah.
Your Honor, by any chance, can we go back on the record on Mr. Ding Majok? He just advised me that he had a travel request he was hoping to address.
Sure. Let's see if we can get that file. It'd be looking for modification of bond.
I don't know if a modification is necessary, just permission to travel during some specified dates. And I have that information, Your Honor.
All right. So we're back on the record in 25-01089. That is people of the state of Michigan versus Peter Ding Majok. Appearances for the record, Mrs. L.
Thank you, Your Honor. Gabrielle Izell, Assistant Prosecutor for the people.
Mr. Harris.
Assistant Public Defender James Harris standing in on behalf of assigned counsel, Mr. Anid, on behalf of Mr. Ding Majok, who is standing to my right, Your Honor.
And sir, you are Peter Ding Majok, is that correct? All right, thank you. This is the time set for a final pretrial, which we already covered. And then Mr. Harris, you indicated that Mr. Ding Majok may have, I have a no out-of-state travel bond modification, so.
Yes. Yes, Your Honor, when I spoke with Mr. Majok, who came back after his court hearing, he indicated that had a travel request he was hoping to submit to the court as his family is planning or wanting to travel to Des Moines, Iowa. This weekend, they would be planning to leave the Friday evening, August 15th, and then returning the morning of August 18th. I advised him I would put that request on the record, and I will leave it up to your discretion whether to grant that request, Your Honor.
And Mr. Dingmajak, what would you be going to Iowa for?
I'm going for my elder son on Memorial Day.
His birthday?
It was on the 6th, but I didn't travel because I'm restricted to move
All right.
forward.
All right. You understand I can modify the bond, but you're under the same bond conditions, which is no drinking or anything along those lines. Any comment, Ms. Gazelle, on the bond modification? That'd be out-of-state travel would be permitted from August 15th to 18th to Des Moines, Iowa.
Your Honor, Mr. Dingmajok has appeared for every court date at this time. We do not see a reason to object to that.
Yeah, I don't. Mr. Majok has been here. I don't have any fail to appears, so I don't have any large objection to the bond modification from August 15th to 18th to Des Moines, Iowa, as long as it doesn't become an issue. You're still under. I think that's the only one. You have no use of alcohol or drugs, and no out-of-state travel, and we can modify the no out-of-state travel. All right, so I will grant the bond modification for August 15th, 18th to Des Moines, Iowa. Anything else for the record? In 2501089, once you come back on the 18th, you'll still be out on the no out-of-state travel, so you have to do the same thing.
And then report back to the court.
Yeah, I would just, as long as you're back by the 18th, you're set for jury trial on August 26th. But you're still under the same bond conditions. Is that your understanding, Mrs. L?
That is my understanding.
Mr. Harris?
Yes, Your Honor, thank you.
All right, you're all set, Mr. Digmajak. Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right, where did you want to head next, Mrs. L?
I believe we can go to Guadalupe Yates.
I am ready on that one, Your Honor.
All right, Guadalupe Yates, you may unmute. All right, so we're on the record in docket 20-02461. That is the city of Lansing of people of the state of Michigan versus Guadalupe Yates. Appearances for the record, Mrs. L.
Thank you, Your Honor. Gabrielle Bell, Assistant Prosecutor for the people.
Mr. Harris.
Assistant Public Defender James Harris here on behalf of Mr. Guadalupe Yates, who is appearing via Zoom, Your Honor.
And sir, you are Guadalupe Yates?
Yes.
All right. And you can hear me all right, Mr. Yates?
Yes.
All right, this is the time set for a pretrial in the matter. Mrs. L, how are we proceeding?
Your Honor, at this time, a plea offer has been extended to the defendant through defense counsel. That offer is for Mr. Yates to plead to an added count 2 of OWI in the first offense. Upon proper plea and sentence to that, the dismissal of count 1, operating under the influence or while intoxicated. Second offense would be dismissed. The first offense PAC code is 257.6251A. And that is a 93-day misdemeanor and or a fine of $100 to $500.
And Mr. Harris, does your client need some time to consider that offer? Or how are we proceeding?
I have, Your Honor, I've spoken with my client about that offer. I believe between the parties, there was also a Killebrew agreement to no upfront jail. At this time, Mr. Yates has indicated that he would be accepting that offer, and we would ask that the court enter a plea today.
Is Mr. Yates able to, am I able to see Mr. Yates?
Mr. Yates, by chance, could you turn on your video?
All right, because I have to see him take the oath for it. All right, so is the Killebrew no upfront jail? Is that a an agreement in the case?
It is, Your Honor.
All right, so I have a added count 2 of operating while intoxicated in the first offense. Second count, the count 1 is to be dismissed upon successful plea and sentence. And there's a Killebrew agreement between the people and the public defender of a Killebrew no upfront jail. This is pursuant to 257.6251A. It's a 93-day misdemeanor and or $100 to $500 fine. Is that correct?
That is correct, Your Honor.
All right, and is that your understanding, Mr. Harris?
That is my understanding, Your Honor.
May I inquire of Mr. Yates of his advice of rights?
Yes, Your Honor, you may.
All right, Mr. Yates, you understand you have certain jury trial rights. I'm going to walk you through each one of those jury trial rights. You understand you have the right to be tried by a jury, to be presumed innocent until proven guilty, now the prosecutor prove beyond a reasonable doubt that you are guilty, to have witnesses against you appear at trial, to question any witnesses that are brought against you. You're represented today by Attorney James Harris. He would be present to cross-examine any witnesses or contest any charges brought against you by the people of the state of Michigan. Do you understand that, sir?
Yes,
You understand you have the right to have the court ordering witnesses appear in your defense, to remain silent during the trial, not to have that silence used against you, and to testify at trial if you choose to testify. If your plea is accepted, you'll give up the claim the plea was a result of any promises other than what we placed on the record, or threats that it was not your choice to plead guilty. You'd also be giving up the right to appeal anything from trial. Since you won't be having a trial, you'll be pleading guilty instead. Is it my understanding it would be your wish to waive your jury trial rights and continue to plead to the misdemeanor first offense? Is that correct?
yes,
There's an agreement between people of the state of Michigan and the public defender's office that you receive no upfront jail or no upfront jail in this matter. If I was not going to follow that agreement, you understand you'd have the opportunity to withdraw your plea. Do you understand that, sir?
yes.
All right. So we'll have you raise your right hand. Do you solemnly swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth under penalty of perjury?
I do.
All right. I'm going to bring your attention back to February 23rd of 2020 at the offense location of North Martin Luther King on West Allegan in the city of Lansing. Were you operating a motor vehicle on North Martin Luther King, West Allegan in the city of Lansing on February 23rd, 2020?
Yes, I was.
And did you operate that vehicle? Was that open to the general public at that time?
Yes,
And then did you later learn, or at the time did you learn that your blood alcohol level while operating was over a 0.08?
no, I think they had took my blood. It's not for alcohol. It was
All right.
for
So what was your blood level at the time you were operating? What
zero.
did your blood level come back at?
I believe it was for opiates.
Oh,
Yes, Your Honor.
oh, controlled substance.
Yeah.
All right. So you would agree with me that that while operating the motor vehicle, you were substantially or materially affected by your use of opiates at that time. Is that correct?
Yeah.
All right. All right. Anything towards the factual basis, Mrs. Ellen?
No, Your Honor, thank you.
Mr. Harris?
Not from the defense, Your Honor. Thank
All
you.
right. I find that the factual basis to the operating while under the controlled substance of opiates to be knowing, voluntarily, and accurately made. That would be the added count 2. Okay, count 1 will be dismissed on proper plea and sentence. All right, so Mr. Yates, we'll refer you to probation. So I would wait till you have 48 hours to get to probation. That's located on the 5th floor of the City Hall of Lansing. And you may want to call before you come. They can set up an appointment And what they're gonna do is put a report to me, a report together for me, and we'll see what options are available to us at sentencing. All right, sir?
Okay.
Sentencing date of
October 14th at 2:30.
2:30. So your sentencing date is set for October 14th at 2:30. You should be referred to probation, get there before Thursday, but I'd call and see when they want to see you. That'd probably be the easiest way, because if you report to them, they may or may not have other appointments already set. But be as candid as you can with them during the probation while they do the interview, and they'll report for me, and we'll see what's going on October 14th. All right, sir?
Yeah.
Anything else for the record in 20-02461, Mrs. L?
Not for the people.
Mr. Harris?
Not from the defense, Your Honor.
All right, you should be all set, Mr. Yates. Thank you for your appearance today.
Alrighty, thank you.
I think we have
I believe we are ready on Ms. Demond, Your Honor.
Demond.
I believe that's.
All right, so we're on the record in docket 25-02271. That is people of the state of Michigan versus Patricia Demond. So the parties please introduce themselves to the record. Mrs. L.
Thank you, Your Honor. Gabrielle Bell, Assistant Prosecutor for the people.
Mr. Harris?
Yes, Your Honor. Assistant Public Defender James Harris here on behalf of Ms. Demond, who is appearing via Zoom, Your Honor.
All right. And ma'am, you are Patricia Demond, is that correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, thank you. And you can hear me all right, Ms. Demond?
Yes, sir.
All right, this is the time set for a people of the state of Michigan pretrial. Mrs. L, how are we proceeding?
Your Honor, at this time, it's my understanding we're going to be asking for this to be set for a final pretrial.
And is that a fair statement, Mr. Harris?
That is correct, Your Honor. I've spoken with Ms. Demond regarding this case, and at this time, we will be asking the court to set a final pretrial.
Okay, we'll set for final pretrial on
September 9th at 8:30.
All right, the final pretrial will be live on the sixth floor of City Hall of Lansing. So, Mr. Mon, that'll be in person, and we'll set it for September 9th at 8:30. Anything else for the record in docket 25-02271, Mrs. L?
Not for the people.
Mr. Harris?
Not from defense, Your Honor.
All right, Mr. Mon, we'll see you on September 9th at 8:30. Thank you for your appearance today.
All right, thank you, Your Honor.
On Ashley's iPhone, could you please identify yourself on Ashley's iPhone? You'll have to unmute. On Ashley's iPhone, you can unmute. All right.
If we could go ahead and call the Jamie Ortega case.
Right, so we're on the record in docket 23-03651. That is people of the state of Michigan versus Jamie Ortega. Appearances for the record, Mrs. L.
Thank you, Your Honor. Gabrielle Izell, Assistant Prosecutor for the people.
Mr. Harris.
Assistant from Public Defender James Harris here on behalf of Mr. Jamie Ortega, who's standing to my right, Your Honor.
And sir, you are Jamie Ortega, is that correct?
Jaime Ortega, but spelled like Jamie. though.
Jaime Ortega. Thank you. This is the time set for a pretrial in the matter. Mrs. L, how are we proceeding?
Your Honor, at this time, a plea offer has been extended to Mr. Ortega through defense counsel. That offer would be to plead to one count of a high BAC in the first offense. I believe it would be an added count 3 just for ease. Upon successful plea and sentence to that added count, we would be dismissing count 1, which is the high BAC second offense, and count 2, the OWI second offense. We would also be agreeing to a kilobrew of no upfront jail. And I do have the PAC code for the high BAC when you're ready.
Okay, so plead a high BAC. What's the ultimate penalty on that?
That is a 180-day misdemeanor and or $200 to $700 fine.
And the pack.
257.6251C.
And there's a kilobrew note from jail.
Correct, Jerome.
That is a correct statement of the offer, Your Honor. I have spoke with Mr. Ortega regarding that offer and other potential options. He has indicated that at this time he would like to accept that offer, and I have a advice to rights and plea information form if I may approach.
Perfect. You may approach. Thank you, Mr. Harris.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right, so I'll reiterate that just to make sure I've got the plea offer. It's an added count 3 up to high BAC, 180 days, possible penalty or 180 days, $200 to $700 fine pursuant to 257.6251C. With a proper plea and sentence on that, counts 1 and counts 2 would be dismissed. So that'd be count 3. And there's a kilobrew of no upfront jail. Is that my understanding, Mrs. L?
That is correct, Your Honor.
All right, Mr. Harris.
Yes, Your Honor, that is correct.
All right, me and Mr. Ortega, you've gone through the 12 rights in this, and you've signed the bottom of this advice of rights form. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
All right. I'm going to place the advice of rights form in the file. Mr. Ortega, since you've signed the bottom of that form, I'll just go through the 3 main ones. You understand you have the right to be tried by a jury. You have the right to be presumed innocent. You have the right to remain silent during the trial and not to have that silence used against you. Do you understand that, sir?
Yes, sir.
All right. If your plea is accepted, you'll give up the claim the plea was a result of any promises other than the plea agreement or threats that it was not your choice to plead guilty. You'll also be giving up the right to appeal anything from trial. Since you won't be having a trial, you'll be pleading guilty to count 3 high BAC, the misdemeanor instead. Is it still your wish today to plead guilty to count 3 of this amended information?
I guess so.
All right. You raise your right hand as best you can. Do you promise or swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth under penalty of perjury?
Yes, sir.
All right. I'm going to bring your attention back to August 24th of 2023 at East Saginaw, North Pennsylvania, in the city of Lansing, Ingham County, where you were operating a motor vehicle open to the general public on East Saginaw near Pennsylvania, or on North Pennsylvania, on August 24th, 2023.
Yes, sir.
All right. And in count 3, at the time, or did you later learn that you had a BAC while operating the motor vehicle? It's calculated at 0.194.
Yes, sir. Later on.
And then they drew some blood, and the blood was seen at 0.12. Is that correct, sir?
Yes, sir.
All right. Anything towards a factual basis For count 3, Miss Zell.
Not for the people, thank you.
Mr. Harris.
Not from the defense, Your Honor. Thank you.
Yeah, I find the factual basis to be knowing, voluntarily, and accurately made for count 3. We'll refer to probation. So probation is on the 5th floor, all the way to the right. And they will either see you today or set up an appointment to see you. And then we'll see what options are available to us at sentencing. And we'll set a sentencing date of
October 14th at 2:30.
October 14th at 2:30. All right, we've set the sentencing date of October 14th at 2:30. There is a killover agreement here of no upfront jail. So if I was going to do something different, you'd have the opportunity to withdraw your plea. Do you understand that, sir?
Yes, sir.
All right. Anything else for the record in 23-03-651, Mrs. L?
Not for the people.
Mr. Harris.
Not from the defense, Your Honor.
All right, Mr. Ortega, we'll see you on October 14th. If you go 1 floor down to the probation, they'll prepare a report.
Are you gonna take me down there? Or you
Would it
busy
be,
right now?
yeah, would it be possible if maybe Megan could take him or someone could take him, Your Honor? I
Just to
would
see.
take, just to make sure he knows where he's going.
Yeah, if you go down to the 5th floor, Megan can show you where the probation department is. 1 floor down and all the way to the right, but we can show you where it is.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you,
You're
Your
welcome.
Honor. I greatly appreciate it.
No worries.
You guys have a blessed day.
All right, you two, and then if you wait there, Megan will take you down.
I just gotta prepare the file.
Where are we heading next, Miss Zell?
I believe we can head to, Gallegos. Okay. I think we can go on Gallegos.
Gallegos. Right. Mr. Gallegos is on Zoom. So Justin Gallegos, you can unmute. All right. All right, so we're on the record in docket 25-02262. That is people of the state of Michigan versus Justin Gallegos. Will the parties please introduce themselves for the record, Mrs. L?
Thank you, Your Honor. Gabrielle Zell, Assistant Prosecutor for the people.
Mr. Harris.
Assistant Public Defender James Harris here on behalf of Mr. Justin Gallegos, who appears via Zoom, Your Honor.
And sir, you are Justin Gallegos, is that correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
Yes, Your Honor. And you can hear me all right, Mr. Gallegos?
Yes.
Yes. Thank you. This is the time set for a pretrial in the matter. Mrs. L, how we proceed?
Your Honor, it's my understanding we're going to be asking for this to be set for a final pretrial.
Is that a fair statement, Mr. Harris?
Yes, Your Honor, I spoke with Mr. Gallegos yesterday regarding this case and our potential options. At this point in time, we would be requesting this case be set for a final pretrial.
All right, we'll set it for final pretrial on
September 9th at 8:30.
September 9th at 8:30. Mr. Gallegos, that'll be live on the 6th floor of City Hall of Lansing. So it'll be a live hearing on that date, September 9th at 8:30. We've set it for final pretrial. Anything else for the record in docket 25-02262, Mrs. L?
Not for the people.
Mr. Harris.
Not from the defense, Your Honor.
All right, Mr. Gallegos, we'll see you on September 9th. Thank you for your appearance today.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you, Your Honor. Who's next, Mrs. L?
I believe we can go to Jackie Greer.
Jackie. All right, so we're on the record in docket 25-02031. That is people of the state of Michigan versus Jackie Greer. Appearances for the record, Mrs. L.
Thank you, Your Honor. Gabrielle Zell, Assistant Prosecutor for the people.
Mr. Harris.
Assistant Public Defender James Harris here on behalf of Jackie Greer, who is standing to my right, Your Honor.
And sir, you are Jackie Greer.
Yes.
Thank you. This is the time set for a pretrial in the matter. Mrs. L, how we proceed?
Your Honor, at this time, a plea offer has been extended to the defendant through defense counsel. That offer is to plead to an added count 2 of retail fraud in the 3rd degree. And I will pull up that information in just a second here. Upon successful plea and sentencing to that retail fraud in the 3rd degree, we would be dismissing count 1, which is the 2nd degree retail fraud.
That is a correct statement of the offer, Your Honor. I've spoken with Mr. Greer about the offer, and at this time, he has indicated he would like to be accepting the offer. I do have a filled out advice of rights and plea information if I
All
may
right,
approach.
thank you, Mr. Harris. And that added count 3 is a 92 day?
93-day misdemeanor with a $500 or $500 fine. And then I have the PAC code if you want that as
What's
well.
the pack?
That is 750.356D.
So my understanding of the plea offer is a plea to retail fraud in count, added count 2 of retail fraud third in retail fraud third, 93-day misdemeanor under $500 with a successful plea and sentence count 1, which is I'm assuming retail fraud in the second.
Yes, Your Honor.
Is to be dismissed. And Mr. Harris, you've indicated that your client's willing to take the offer, and you've given the court the advice of rights concerning this matter.
Yes, Your Honor, and additionally, once the court finishes taking the plea, I was hoping to address a request for immediate sentencing. Is my understanding from the prosecutor from the case is that there is no restitution, as all the items in this case were recovered.
All right. Any objection to immediate sentencing? We don't have restitution. I don't have a CCH on the matter, so I'll let you know. Or do you have any objection to immediate sentencing? Because I don't have a prior criminal history at all.
Based on that information, Your Honor, I do apologize to defense counsel. I did initially agree to immediate sentencing, but based on the court not having the criminal history, I would ask that this be sent to probation for a pre-sentence interview. However, there is no restitution, and
Okay.
that is a correct statement.
So, Mr. Harris, it would be the practice. Restitution is not an issue, but I don't have a prior CCH, so it makes sentencing on this matter. I mean, he could have 1, he could have 50. So I'm not sure what the priors are here. Mr. Harris, did your client still want to accept the offer of pleading guilty to the added count 2, with the understanding that he'd go to probation and they'd have some discussion with him? We set this for sentencing.
Yes, Your Honor, I believe that is still the case. I did discuss with him that I thought it was possible the court may deny the motion for immediate sentencing, and that he explained to him that he would be referred to probation to essentially just get some information from him, and that it's unlikely that he would be recommended to serve any term of probation on this charge.
All right, and is that a fair statement, Mr. Greer?
Yes.
Okay. So I'm going to, I'll just go through the highlights, since you've already given the court an advice of rights that you've signed the bottom of. You understand you have the right to be tried by a jury, to be presumed innocent until proven guilty. You're represented today by Attorney James Harris. He would be present to cross-examine any witnesses or contest any charges brought against you by the people of the state of Michigan. You also have the right to remain silent during the trial and not to have that silence used against you. Do you understand those highlights of the advice of rights, sir?
Yes.
All right. If you're please accepted, you'll claim the plea result of any promises other than what we stated on the record, or threats that it was not your choice to plead guilty. You'd also be giving up the right to appeal anything from trial, since you'll be pleading guilty to the retail fraud third, the misdemeanor count, the added 93-day. Do you understand that, sir?
Yes.
Okay. Is it still your wish today to waive your jury trial rights and plead guilty on the matter? All right. I'm going to have you raise your right hand. Do you solemnly swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth under penalty of perjury?
Yes.
All right. Sir, I'm going to bring your attention back to April 27th, 2025 at 6200 South Pennsylvania in the city of Lansing, what's commonly referred to as Myers there. Were you at the Myers store on April 27th, 2025 in the city of Lansing?
Yes.
And was that store open to the general public?
Yes.
And what items did you take from the Myers store without paying for it?
It was like some hats, some clothes, stuff like that.
Okay, hats and clothes, all over the price of $1. Okay. I think that's. Anything towards a factual basis, and it wasn't by accident, you went in there to take the items without paying. Okay. Anything towards a factual basis, Mrs. L.
No, Your Honor.
Mr. Harris.
Not for the defense, Your Honor.
I find the factual basis for the retail fraud third to be knowing, voluntarily, and accurately made. We'll refer to probation. So if you go one floor down from here to the 5th floor, go all the way to the right, probation is going to be there, and they'll either set up an appointment or see you today. All right. And we'll set the sentencing date for
October 14th at 2:30.
October 14th at 2:30. So you'll set your sentencing date for October 14th at 2:30. Probation will prepare a report for me, and then we can see what options are available to us. All right. Anything else for the record in 25-02031, Mrs. L?
Not for the people.
Mr. Harris.
Not from the defense, Your Honor.
All right, Mr. Greer, we'll see you on that October 14th date. Where did you want to head next?
So,
We have one on Zoom. You want me to identify?
if we could,
On the one plus in the car, could you please identify yourself? You'll have to unmute, sir, which I see you're trying. I've still got you on mute. There you
Okay,
go.
my name's Brandon Jackson.
And do you have a case number, sir? How do you spell your name? Brandon? And how do you spell your last name?
Jacks.
Jacka.
No, Jacks.
Gacka?
No, Jacks.
Jackas.
I think Your Honor said Jacks. Jacks.
Yes.
Oh, Jacks. Jacks. Thank you. Because I think you're in the wrong courtroom.
Okay. They gave me this
So let's
ID.
Yeah, let's put you in the right courtroom.
he does have a case that looks like with you, but not until the 26th.
Yeah, it said the 26th, but they told me to join this today.
That was probably a belt and suspenders approach. Let's see. Wait. So that's on the 26th.
Yes, it's a ticket case. It looks like the ticket just came in yesterday, at least for us.
He was arraigned on 8/5 and set for pretrial on August 26th with us at 9 a.m. on multiple.
All right, so you're supposed to be, you're supposed to be here in this court, so the ID is correct. You know, but all of it's set for, we have you set for pretrial on August 26th, which is two Tuesdays from today's date. August 26th at 9 o'clock.
Okay, yeah, I have that. It just was orange paper to join today. So
All right. All right, perfect. So we'll see you on August 26th at 9 o'clock.
okay, thank you.
Thank you.
All right, bye-bye.
I'm gonna say that.
Kind of surprised that doesn't happen more often. You know, like, because we've got, there's so much going on.
This was his original arraignment.
Yeah.
He came in early, was arraigned by Milmore.
Gotcha. That's probably what happened.
Can I ask what are the other files that you have? My files?
I have Christopher Wilson. Jakeisha Allen.
Yes, so I believe with the exception of Bodie Hughes, everyone else, Your Honor, is a failure to appear. My understanding is that Mr. Hughes is in the Eaton County Jail. Was he read over for today?
Yes.
All right,
So we can bring up Bodie,
yes.
and while we're doing that, let's call the FTAs. And then it's going to start with Wilson. We had a couple FTAs yesterday.
About improper registration, improper licensing.
All right, so we're on the record in 25-00429. That is people of the state of Michigan versus Christopher Wilson. Appearances for the record, Mrs. L.
Thank you, Your Honor. Gabrielle Ezell, Assistant Prosecutor for the people.
Mr. Harris.
Assistant Public Defender James Harris here and standing in for assigned counsel George Mead on behalf of Mr. Wilson. Unfortunately, Your Honor, he does not appear to be here in person or via Zoom. My understanding is that Mr. Mead attempted to contact Mr. Wilson multiple times, even as late as yesterday. I also will note that yesterday, I believe he had 4 or 5 files set on the court city docket for which he failed to appear. I will leave it up to the court's discretion whether it orders an immediate bench warrant or 48-hour.
All right. This was scheduled for 8:30. It is now 10:54. I do not see Mr. Wilson in the Zoom courtroom, physical courtroom. Based on the representations of counsel, we did issue at least some bench warrants for Mr. Wilson for the city attorney yesterday. So I know I think there's some outstanding bench warrants.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. Mrs. L, how would you like to proceed?
Well, Your Honor.
It would appear the defendant failed to appear for pretrial.
Well, I'm going to ask for a bench warrant. Obviously, there have been 2 issued in this case previously. So I'm not quite sure what to do about that, but yes, we would ask for a bench warrant.
All right. I'll issue based on the non-appearance. He's got 2 prior failed to appears in which we did issue a 48-hour hold. I'll issue an immediate bench warrant in this matter for the fail to appear. Anything else for the record in 25-00429, Mrs. L?
Not for people.
Mr. Harris.
Not for the defense, Your Honor.
Then we'll call Jakeisha Allen. So we're on the record in docket 25-02184. That is people of the state of Michigan versus Jakeisha Allen. Appearances for the record, Mrs. L.
Thank you, Your Honor. Gabrielle Ezell, Assistant Prosecutor for the people.
Mr. Harris.
Assistant Public Defender James Harris here on behalf of Ms. Jakeisha Allen. Unfortunately, Your Honor, she does not seem to be here in person or via Zoom. I did try calling her yesterday, but was unable to make contact. At this point, I do not have any explanation for her failure to appear. If the court would consider the court is considering ordering a bench warrant on this, I would ask that the court order that with a 48-hour hold, Your Honor.
All right, thank you. This was set for 9 o'clock. It's now 10:56. I don't see Ms. Allen in the Zoom courtroom or the physical courtroom. Based on the representations of counsel, it appears that the defendant has failed to appear for pretrial. It is an assaultive crime. Mrs. L, how would you like to proceed?
Your Honor, since this is an assaultive crime, we would ask for an immediate bench warrant to be issued.
All right, an immediate bench warrant is issued for the non-appearance or fail to appear for pretrial on the assaultive crime. And that's all for the record in 25-02184. Anything else, Mrs. L?
Not for the people.
Mr. Harris.
Now from the defense, Your Honor.
We'll go on Myron Gilmore. So we're on the record in 25-01364 and 25-01725. That is people of the state of Michigan versus Myron Gilmore. Appearances for the record, Mrs. L.
Thank you, Your Honor. Gabrielle Ezell, Assistant Prosecutor for the people.
Mr. Harris.
Assistant Public Defender James Harris here on behalf of here on behalf of the assigned counsel George Need for Mr. Myron Gilmore. Unfortunately, Your Honor, he does not seem to be here in person or via Zoom. I was able to make contact with him yesterday when he was here for a city case. My concern is that he may have gotten his dates mixed up. Given the contact and given that this is a non-assaultive case, Your Honor, I would ask that the court would consider a courtesy reset. If the court is not willing to consider a courtesy reset, I would ask that the court order a 48-hour hold on the bench warrant to give me some time to try and contact Mr. Gilmore.
Ms. Zell, based on the non-appearance, failed to appear, I have no prior bench warrants for Mr. Gilmore. It would appear the defendants failed to appear. There's been some contact with the defendant. It was set for 9 o'clock. It's now 10:58. How did you want to proceed?
Your Honor, we would ask for that 48-hour hold on that bench warrant. We understand that there may have been a little bit of a mix-up, but based on the communication, based on Mr. Harry's telling him about today's court date, we do believe he had notice to be here.
All right, I'll issue on both files, I'll issue a bench warrant with a 48-hour hold and allow Mr. Gilmore sometime, or Mr. Harry's sometime, to contact Mr. Gilmore so they can bring him in and we can cancel the warrant, or at least cancel the warrant and reset it. Anything else for the record in 25-01364 or 25-01725? Mrs. L.
Not for the people.
Mr. Harris.
Not from the defense, Your Honor.
All right, we should be all set on those two files. And then I have Roseburg.
Yeah.
All right, so we're on the record in docket 25-02270. That is People of the State of Michigan versus James Roseburg. For the appearances for the record, Mrs. L.
Thank you, Your Honor. Gabrielle Rizal, Assistant Prosecutor for the people.
Mr. Harris.
Assistant Public Defender James Harry, standing in for assigned counsel Georgia Need on behalf of James Roseburg. Unfortunately, James Roseburg does not seem to be here in person or via Zoom today. The notes I received from Mr. Need indicated that Mr. Need was not able to establish contact. At this point, I would leave it up to the court's discretion whether the court issues a immediate bench warrant or a 48-hour hold, Your Honor.
All right, thank you, Mr. Harris. This was set for 9:30. It's now 11 o'clock. The defendant failed to appear. Appears the defendant has failed to appear for the pretrial. As counsel indicated, I do not see Mr. Roseburg on the Zoom courtroom or the physical courtroom. Based on the representations of counsel, it appears the defendant has failed to appear for pretrial, and we have not had contact with Mr. Roseburg. This is an assaultive case, I believe, Mrs. L. How did you want to proceed?
Your Honor, since this is an assaultive crime, we would ask for a bench warrant to be issued without the 48-hour hold.
Okay. Based on defendant has no prior, it is an assaultive crime. I'll issue a bench warrant for the non-appearance of Mr. Roseburg for pretrial today. Anything else for the record in 25-02270, Mrs. L?
Not for people.
Mr. Harris.
Not from the defense, Your Honor.
Thank you. And if you wanted to speak with Mr. Hughes.
Yes, Your Honor.
And then we'll take a break and you can come get us.
All rise. Be seated.
Accept that out for the mayor. You would fill the advice rights and information sheet. Probation partner would contact you on to get some information. There can set the case for sentencing, and then after sentencing, there is likely that you just get a fine cost sentence. So it can be over 3 years.
It's just outstanding.
Again, set for sentencing today. Then at that sentencing date, you be able to be able to justify some costs and case closed for that day. Yeah, they can give you whatever time you need, 60, 90 days, whatever. Yeah. No, you're, yeah, call from our copy, your Eaton County, so I believe, October.
Yes, but I don't know if I'm in this.
Yeah, I don't think you'd be in Eaton County because of this case.
What about that? I think he counted because it's in.
Right. Because we discussed this, you got a case over in Eaton County.
Yeah, I have a case of him.
So that's what's holding you in the Eaton County jail. Which case sent me circuit court. Got the 25,000 sure, well, that's just only we
I got a bond, sir.
Well, there's a bond that's to get out of Eaton County. You would need to pay post $25,000 as a cash assurance,
So it's no 10%.
not a 10%.
So,
I can't make any requests to bond. That's something you have to
I was
discuss.
just wondering why.
Yeah, something you have to discuss with your attorney in Eaton County.
I was just wondering because I had the same charge in Clinton County and it wasn't that much. And I don't understand how can you get same crimes, but two different amounts.
And then it's honestly all up to the judge.
They must be broken sales.
So I see in Clinton County,
See,
there's the
look at-
bond that's 2,010%.
See that part. Same crime.
Yeah.
Same damn crime. Same exact itself.
Yeah.
Same.
Yeah, it's up to the judge to set it.
That's crazy.
I don't have any control.
That is crazy.
Rights, rights, and information form. If you don't forward the plea, there's information about rights you would be giving up as part of the plea.
I agree with you.
So,
I just need to get it.
all right, I'm going to advise you. If you require foundation fees or because of disabilities, or if you require foreign language interpreter or participating court proceedings, please contact the court. It's not an issue here. You've been brought to court on a misdemeanor charge of following basic rights. Plead guilty or not guilty, or abstain. Plead not guilty, and you may plead no contest with permission of the court. You have a right to a trial by jury. You have the right to the assistance of an attorney. You have a right to an attorney appointed by the public expense if you are indigent, which means without money to hire an attorney. And if the offense charged requires a minimum jail sentence, or if the court determines that it might sentence you to jail. The appointing authority will decide if you are indigent and appoint counsel if you are eligible. You may, number 4 is again. You have a trial, you have the following rights. Call witnesses to speak for your trial. You may get an order signed by the court to require witnesses to come to court to see, hear, and question all witnesses against you at trial. And you have the right to be a witness for yourself or silent. Choose not to be a witness on your own behalf. The prosecution official may not comment on your refusal to testify. You have the right to be presumed innocent unless proven guilty or beyond a reasonable doubt. Be guilty or no contest, and the plea is accepted. You will not have trial of any kind, and you'll give up the rights listed in items 3 and items 5. You have the right to release on bond, if you do have a bond on this case. I believe it's 510%, so for this, you need to post $50, which you get released as part of the, it's part of sentencing. I can ask you before we consider bond, but it might be better to have the bond be what it is now. Sitting, because then you're getting credit once it's fixed. If you are now on probation or parole and enter plead guilty or no contest, or a finding of guilt is made by a judge or jury, it may result in a violation of the probation or parole. You're not on any kind of probation or parole right now. You're not, or you are?
I don't know, I haven't had probation.
Okay. That's okay.
But you know, that case. Yes, coach.
I just want to make sure, because if you do have a,
It's all about in Clinton County. That.
well, but are you currently on probation for anything either place? Okay. So you can be sentenced to jail and fines plus costs. The court will tell you on the record the name of the offense, the mandatory minimum jail sentence, if any, and the maximum possible penalty for the offense. In this case, the maximum possible penalty for what you pleaded to temporary retail fraud for is up to 40, I think up to 41 days and about $250. There is that kill group agreement to no from jail in this case, so you like to go to certainly jail and just find some costs. Yeah. Fines, costs, and any other financial obligation imposed by the court must be paid in the financial assessment, except when the court allows otherwise for good cause shown. Pay due to financial hardship, by the court will have to pay an alternative. That would be a sentencing if there are any fines issued. The circuit court can take it within 21 days and make a sentence or pursuant to NCR 6.6.5B. Sentence including incarceration. If you wish to file an appeal but are financially unable to retain a lawyer, the court may appoint a lawyer to represent you on appeal. If the request for a lawyer is made within 14 days after sentencing. Yeah. The charge will go away, it just means there's less potential new jail you can be sentenced to. But if you're not going to be sentenced to, or very likely not going to be sentenced to jail.
Did you tell me I had this one?
Yeah, that's what we were talking about. In this case. Did I
Just on the phone, people.
And well, then if you get a sentencing date, then you'll have that date to let them know that you sentencing, all right? Well, that's what I'm gonna try and do. I'm gonna try and see if the court will consider resolving it today. Okay. The court, it's up to the court whether they want to do that immediate sentencing or sentencing.
I'll be at least that kitchen or something.
Federal law, this one doesn't apply because this isn't a assault crime or DV crime or anything like that. So for the last thing I would like to discuss with you is when you do the plea after going through the rights, the judge is going to do what's called a factual basis. I want to answer honestly and truthfully to the questions he asks. He's essentially going to be asking if you, what you did that makes you believe you're guilty of the charge. Likely he's going to ask on or about November 14th, 2024, when you were at Menard's location 725. All being at that Menard's. Is that Menard's open to the public? Products for sale? Yeah. And when you were inside the store, did you take property that was offered for sale with the intent to steal it from the store? Yeah. So property with the value of that property less than $200 to the best of your knowledge? Yes. All right. So that's basically what we're going to ask. So you can move over the table so you get to just get your information out here, all right?
Ready?
Yeah.
Do you want me to sign, sir?
Date.
Well,
Usually empty. Oh, it's not.
Sign
No.
here.
Could've
I heard a
gotten
little
this.
splash.
I know.
I don't know how you
And
drink
print
those.
your
Those
name
are
here. Sign here.
just sugar-free,
Oh,
regular.
see, actually, they taste better to me than
And
the,
then print your name.
I like the other sugar-free flavors, but not the regular. Regular, I
Put your
can't.
address
I
on
can't even drink it.
like you.
I had a sugar-free watermelon today, actually.
I like the sugar-free ones more, but typically I mix them with juice and syrups.
All right.
Too tight.
Can you be seated?
Write down.
All right, so we're on the record in docket 25-02034. That is people in the state of Michigan versus Bodie Hughes. Will the parties please introduce themselves for the record? Mrs. L.
Thank you, Your Honor. Gabrielle Isabel, Assistant Prosecutor for the people.
Mr. Harris.
Assistant Public Defender James Harris here on behalf of Mr. Bodie Hughes, who is standing to my right.
And sir, you are Bodie Hughes, is that correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
Thank you. This is the time set for a pretrial on this matter. Mrs. L, how we proceed?
Thank you, Your Honor. At this time, a plea offer has been extended to the defendant through defense counsel. That offer would be to plead to an attempt retail fraud third. We would just be modifying count one to that attempt if possible.
So amend count one.
And then there would be an agreement to pay restitution in the amount of $117.08. I will be working on a sheet to submit to the court.
That is a correct statement of the agreement, Your Honor. I've spoken with my client, Mr. Hughes, regarding the agreement, and he has indicated he would like to accept the agreement, for which I have a filled out advice of rights and plea information form, Your Honor, if I may approach.
You may, thank you.
Additionally, Your Honor, given the fact that restitution has been determined, I was going to potentially ask if the court would consider immediate sentencing, as Mr. Hughes, as we know what the restitution amount is, and Mr. Hughes is currently in the Eaton County Jail on a charge for which he has a $25,000 cash surety bond that he is unlikely to post. And he was simply hoping to try and get this case resolved so that he can, potentially get some ability to work it while he is at the Eaton County Jail, and also so that he can just try and get back on track and resolve his cases, Your Honor.
All right, and the attempt is that splits everything. So what's the 93-day on
I
that?
believe it's a 45-day.
45-day and or $250.
Correct, Your Honor.
And that's your understanding of the attempt is a plea to the attempt retail fraud third with a penalty of 45 days and or $250. Mr. Harris.
Yes, Your Honor.
And Mrs. L, do you have any objection to immediate sentencing in this matter?
We do not, Your Honor.
All right. All right, with that understanding, Mr. Hughes, you've signed the advice of rights delivered to me by Mr. Harris, and you've gone over the 12 rights in this matter.
Yes, sir, I have.
So I'll just hit the highlights concerning this matter. You understand you have the right to have a trial by jury. You have the right to be presumed innocent or proven guilty. You have the right to have Mr. Harris represent you, and you are represented by Mr. Harris. He would be present to cross-examine any witnesses or contest any charges, and you have the right to not to have that silence used against you in a court in a trial. Do you understand that, sir?
Yes, Your Honor.
Right. If you're pleased accepted, you'll give the claim the plea result of any promises other than what we've stated on the record or threats that it was not your choice to plead guilty. You'll also be giving up the right to appeal anything from trial, since you'll be pleading guilty to the attempt retail fraud in the third degree. So you won't be having a trial today. Is it still your wish today to waive your jury trial rights and plead guilty to the attempt to retail fraud third?
Yes, Your Honor.
I'm gonna have you raise your right hand as best you can. Do you solemnly swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth and nothing but the truth under penalty of perjury?
I do.
I'm gonna bring your attention, sir, back to November 14, 2024 at 725 American Road in the city of Lansing. Were you at the 725 American Road address on November 14, 2024?
Yes, Your Honor.
What's there, sir? What kind of store?
Menards.
Okay. And was Menards open to the general public?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. And at that time, did you attempt to take items from Menards and take items from Menards, but you did not intend to pay for those items?
Yes, Your Honor.
And do you recall what items they were?
Parts from a tub faucet.
Okay, there's replacement parts.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, all right. And it was not accidental. You meant to take those parts without paying for them.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. Anything else for the factual basis of Mrs. L?
Not for the people.
Mr. Harris.
Not from defense, Your
I
Honor.
find the attempt to retail fraud plea to be knowing, voluntarily, and accurately made. We'll go to immediate sentencing. And we have, so restitution is made to who?
That would be to Menards, Your Honor. I do have a pink sheet. May I approach?
You may. All right. So we'll make that a part of restitution. And then, so restitution is for $117.08. All right, and then Mr. Harry's allocution.
Yes, Your Honor. At this point, Mr. Hughes is apologetic for this. He wishes to make good. He's trying to resolve his cases. He is willing to pay the restitution once he can get released. Currently, he is expecting to be in the custody of the Eaton County Jail until October at least. And he has in the case he has there, he has a 25, as I mentioned, he has a 25,000 cash surety bond that he is unlikely to post. At this point, I don't believe it's very likely that he's going to be able to pay any fines or pay substantial fines or costs anytime soon. I would ask if the court would consider simply a fines and cost charge with minimal fines and costs to allow him to focus on making that restitution payment when he gets released from Eaton County, Your Honor. Thank you.
So the standard for collections. 250. All right. All right, Mr. Hughes, is there anything you'd like to say to the court before the court passes sentence?
Yes, Your Honor. I just would like to say that I just made a stupid choice. It was just irrelevant that I did it because I did do it, and I just wish to throw myself into the mercy of the court. Today, that I'm 60 years old, and I since that year I've grown a lot, but I'm still going through changes, trying to resolve and get my life back on track.
Okay. All right. Mrs. Ells, anything you'd like to say to the court before the court passes sentence?
No, Your Honor, we leave this in your discretion.
All right, so we'll do the fines and costs. We'll do fines at $75, costs at $75. I'm going to waive the crime victims' rights fee and the state minimum court cost fee, which is waived the $75 and the $75 and the $50. And that will leave this at $150 plus the restitution. $150 plus the restitution. And then we'll refer the entire matter to collections. $150 fines and costs. And so when you're out, you can get with our City of Lansing Collections Department. That'll be on the 6th floor. It's usually Marquita, I think. Marquita runs the collections department. But if you go there, they'll put you on a plan that's amenable, but with the understanding that you're gonna probably be in Eaton County till at least October.
October the 17th, I think it
Okay.
is.
So in County Jail. So 17. So let's do, so I'll refer to collections and they'll go from there. But I left a note in the file that you'll be in Eaton County until October 17th.
Yes, thank you. Your Honor.
Okay. Anything else for the record in docket 25-02034, Mrs. L?
Not for the people.
Mr. Harris?
Not from the defense, Your Honor.
All right, Mr. Hughes, good luck to you. Okay, sir?
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Bring it back down to.
That is it for the morning, right?
That is it for the morning. Are you here? So for the sentencing on Mowbray?
Yes.
All right, and if you'd like, you can join us by Zoom because you're not here for the PV arraignment.
No. Okay, sounds good.
And then Mr. Curious, you'll be here for, is that George's case? Mr. Mowbray or yours?
I think it's Ogletree.
Yeah, I believe that's a private attorney, Rob.
Oh, that's correct. So you're all set, Mr.
Yes, I was going to ask if the court needed my presence for the PDA. I wasn't sure.
You can come, if I might need it, usually we give them the option. So if you want to come but via Zoom.
I can
then I can
join
put you-
via Zoom.
I can put you in a breakout room with them afterwards.
Certainly.
That would suffice.
I'll hop on Zoom around 1:30.
All right. Thank you, Mr. Harris.
And then for the one that got moved to Monday,
Yes, I was gonna get.
yeah, could I potentially appear via Zoom for that one?
I don't see why not.
Or you come in person? I have nothing.
Is that
to
Mr.
say.
Austin?
Yeah, that's the one that kind of got all messy.
I don't know what all messy means.
John
But-
Abbott is a little flustered.
All right. I have a sentencing on a jostling and a stolen property. And then he must have picked up other
I
files.
would not be happy
He was
to
remanded.
leaving office property in the court.
We're doing it.
This file, and apparently there was a miscommunication between the two clerk's office.
So I said, do it in a week.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so they are working on it so it can be done before you leave the conference and get this situated.
Yeah, so you should be able to come by via Zoom
Okay.
on that. That's not. I just wanted to make sure that he wasn't, I remanded him because he failed to appear for sentencing.
Right.
Yeah, and he was, and so, and then they only have so many times, so many days to get it done. So as long as we're doing Monday, fine, that's perfect.
Sounds great.
All right,
See you on, I'll be on Zoom this afternoon.
all right. Thank you, Mr. Harris.